Hey there, Summit County. You're watching TV8 Summit. My name's Steele Spence. I'm here with Alex Honnold today at the North Face store in Breckenridge. Tell us what brings you to Breckenridge.
I'm here for the North Face Speaker Series event tonight. So me and several other athletes are showing some films, giving some talks, and sort of partying at the store.
Excellent, nice. Have you been to Breckenridge before?
I don't think I've been to Breckenridge.
Well, welcome to Summit County.
Yeah, thanks. No, it's a pleasure.
So, being a North Face athlete, what are some of the things that's great about being on the North Face team?
I mean, the main thing is that the North Face supports expeditions, so you get to go on trips around the world, and they do it because you're technically testing product and everything, like making sure that the gear actually works. But as an athlete, it means that you have the opportunity to go to like wild places that you would never otherwise see, and sort of like push your climbing in different directions.
Before we get into your free solo of El Capitan, for our viewers, could you briefly define the difference between free climbing, solo climbing, and then the free soloing?
Yeah, so the terms are annoying with climbing. So free climbing just means climbing with your hands and feet, but it doesn't really mean about the protection. So free climbing still means using a rope and gear.
No
free
way.
Soloing means that you're climbing with just your hands and feet, but you're also by yourself, so there's no gear.
Okay.
And then aid climbing would be like when you're pulling on gear, you're using artificial means to help you up the wall. So that's like hammering pecans and things.
Yeah.
So what I did on El Cap was free soloing, which is climbing it by myself with no gear.
So that's right. So June this summer, you made the first ascent free solo of El Capitan, is correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Nice.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah, good for you. Congratulations.
Yeah,
So I imagine you've done many different routes up El Cap in the past. What made you kind of decide on this route that you took? What kind of preparation did you make?
Yeah, so I've climbed El Cap probably 40 or 50 times via different routes, and then I've free climbed El Cap probably 15 times via different routes, some of them more than once.
Yeah.
But that's like with a rope and with protection. And then now I've free soloed basically the easiest route up El Cap, though calling it the easiest doesn't really do it justice because it's like not that easy. But yeah, I mean, it was like many years of preparation and mostly wrapping my head around it, sort of feeling prepared mentally.
Yeah, I'm sure that it's an entirely different mental game to free solo. What is kind of your mindset? What's the difference, free solo?
Well, it's not just the mindset of the actual soloing, it's like believing that it's possible to free solo it. To be able to look at the wall and think, that seems like a good idea, like that's something that I should do someday, as opposed to looking at the wall and being like, oh my God, like there's no, that's impossible.
Yeah, so the belief in your head that it's possible.
That's what took like years to sort of believe that it was maybe possible.
Excellent.
And then the more nitty gritty, like memorizing the route and learning the moves and then feeling comfortable on them and all that, that's like a little bit more particular. But like the big picture of just believing that it can be done, I mean, I think that was probably the biggest step.
What are some other memorable free solos that you've done?
I've done a lot now. I don't know, I mean, in the last 5 years or so, there have been kind of 4 big ones, I guess, that were kind of on my list for a long time, and it was El Cap was obviously the biggest, most important thing to me. And then there were 3 other things that were each kind of comparable. One of them, Sendero Luminoso in Mexico, which I filmed on with Cedar. We'll be presenting together tonight. But so that was like totally captured. And then the other 2, the University Wall in Squamish in British Columbia.
Oh,
and then
I've looked up at that before.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then Romantic Warrior in the Needles in California. And both of those are like really similar granite walls, but those were totally by myself, no photographer, no video, like nobody really knows they happened, but to me they're pretty comparable to doing Sendero.
Other than that, you have the Honnold Foundation.
Yeah, so for the last 5 years maybe, I've been basically supporting environmental nonprofits through my foundation.
Okay.
And I've been basically putting more effort into it and supporting more projects through it year by year.
Great. What's the website that people can learn more on that one?
You can go to honnoldfoundation.org,
okay.
And that you can see all the projects we've supported. You can support the foundation, and you just kind of learn more about our partners and everything. But basically, honnoldfoundation.org has it all laid out.
That's great. Well, it's great having you here in Breckenridge for the speaker series. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today, Alex.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We'll be back with more TV8 Summit right after this.